Years after a massage therapist sexually abused two women, his former employer has settled with one of those victims. And court records show Couture Massage Therapy in the Huntersville Concord area recently settled a lawsuit from an undisclosed amount of money.
Yeah, the woman who filed that suit told WCNC Charlotte's Nate Morabito a last-minute decision to book a massage changed her life forever.
As a warning, what you're about to hear is disturbing. We sat down with Deborah Malagisi on April 24th, weeks before she settled the case. Today, the massage therapist who abused her and another woman is a registered sex offender. But Malagisi's now dismissed lawsuit alleged accountability shouldn't stop with him.
On the outside, I am a normal, functioning mom.
Few people know the pain Deborah Malagisi carries.
I have a full-time job, married.
But those who do understand why she's now just a shell of her former self.
Just withdrawn. I stay to myself.
After shouldering a burden of fear, shame, and embarrassment for more than 3.5 years, the sexual abuse victim now has the courage.
I want to reclaim my narrative.
To share her story publicly. Malagisi sued Couture Massage Therapy in September 2025, accusing the Concord-Huntersville business of negligence, all tied to the actions of former massage therapist Jamez Burke. Faced with chronic pain, Malagisi used to be a regular customer of Couture.
God, I wanted it to be anything else.
On the October 2022 day in question, Malagisi said she booked a last-minute appointment for a massage with a new therapist because her usual one was unavailable. Towards the end of that massage, she said Burke told her to lay on her side and then proceeded to use her body to pleasure himself.
I feel something hard, up against me.
Malagisi says Burke's actions paralyzed her as she lay on the table.
He was moving and pressing into me.
In the immediate aftermath, she couldn't even bring herself to tell her husband, let alone anyone else. Then in January 2023, she returned to Couture after mustering the strength to make an appointment with her regular massage therapist.
He said, "Did something happen while you were laying on your side?"
She opened up to him about her previous experience, and that's when she learned she wasn't the only one.
He said, "Someone else complained about Jamez."
Another woman went through similar abuse just 34 days after she did. In that case, Burke received a write-up as a result.
Which leads to just, more guilt, because if I had spoken up, and it wouldn't have happened to her.
Malagisi's normal therapist immediately reported her experience to the owner.
She said she was sorry.
Who quickly fired Burke.
And she asked me not to tell anyone because it would ruin her business.
Despite that request, Malagisi said she reported Burke to the North Carolina Board of Massage and Bodywork Therapy and eventually police. During his criminal trial last year, Burke denied ever having sexual contact with either woman. Nevertheless, a jury found him guilty of 2 counts of sexual battery. A judge sentenced him to 30 years on the sex offender registry and 60 days behind bars. A transcript of the trial shows Burke had long worked as a massage therapist at several Charlotte area businesses dating back to 2016 and lost his job at one of those in 2020 after multiple complaints. Complaints he said were unfounded. Even so, witness testimony shows after one woman complained he touched her inappropriately in 2019, Burke's then-employer took him off the schedule and trained him on ensuring his body wasn't touching clients' bodies, but apparently never told the state massage board. During the trial, the Couture owner said a background check completed before she hired him showed no previous complaints. The massage board told WCNC Charlotte it received the first reports about Burke in January 2023, after Deborah Malagisi and the other woman complained.
They worked so hard to sweep this stuff under the rug.
At the time we talked, Malagisi wasn't just angry at the industry.
Couture, she didn't help me.
She also felt unsupported by Couture's owner. In Couture's answer to Malagisi's lawsuit, the company denied all of her allegations in the complaint and blamed the victim for failing to terminate the massage. Malagisi dismissed her lawsuit earlier this month after both sides settled. When I asked about the case, Couture Massage Therapy, through its attorney, told us the dispute between the parties has been resolved satisfactorily and the resolution is confidential. Nate Morabito, WCNC Charlotte.